Well, I think, as always, trying to find the solution that's best that's to suit the client's circumstances and is in the client's best interest, I think has to be of paramount importance in any deliberations on that front. But I think particularly in the current environment with rising interest rates, is to focus on solutions that improve cash flow management and enhance a company's working capital management, I think are increasingly becoming more and more important. And brokers that are able to do that for their clients, I think, are in a position to differentiate themselves.
Yeah, agreed. And I think also, having discussions with customers around what they're doing to drive efficiencies within the business. I know a customer I went and saw more recently in the ACT had a bottling plant and were looking to upgrade some of the equipment so they could effectively get double the amount of throughput with the same number of people and staff. And so I think having conversations with customers around how they can drive greater efficiencies in their business, given rising costs of not only funds from an interest rate perspective, but in terms of electricity prices, etc., I think is important to have those discussions. Yeah, so I think a lot of customers are, and Ian, feel free to correct me, but I think a lot of customers are open to conversations around what they're doing on working capital, how they're managing some of their finances. I think now more than ever are open to that conversation. Again, not to labour the point, but when you've got rising energy costs, rising fuel costs, rising interest rates, I think customers, depending on the size of the business, are open to the discussion around how we can be supporting more, thinking through different ways that they can be supported in managing their cash flow.
Look, I think it's a really good point, Chris. One of the things that's become really apparent through the COVID crisis is that in periods of high degrees of uncertainty, clients are looking for support from people who can help provide guidance about how best to deal with the level of ambiguity that they're faced with and come up with solutions that are designed to best support their business in the environment. Right. And certainly my experience and our experience in the broker channel has been that the brokers that have got a skill set that enables them to do that do very well. Agreed. And the clients that have been supported by brokers with that skill set have come out of the COVID crisis in a particularly good position.
Yeah, I would agree with that. It's important that you understand what's happening within the business and what their challenges are. It's important that you understand the P&L of the business and where the customer's at. I think, where customers are struggling or challenged, then one of the things you should be talking to them about is how do they best manage their P&L, best manage their expense base. I think we're probably having more discussions, as I'm sure brokers are, with their customers specifically around how they manage expenses within the business. And so I think it's important when you get the customer's balance sheet and P&L in particular, that you're going through that with them and looking at and asking questions on what they're doing to better manage that. And obviously where you've had other customers in like-for-like industries or where you've seen other customers that have pivoted to manage that, I think they're great conversations to be having to give some customers ideas on what they can do, particularly some of the small business customers that don't interact day to day with other businesses. I think that's critically important.
Yeah. I mean, if you looked at instances where customers got into difficulty or their business have failed, more often than not, the underlying root cause is poor cash flow management. And so I think, brokers that have got a skill set and capacity to provide guidance and advice to customers in challenging circumstances like we've experienced the last couple of years, there's a premium on that.